Welcome to the DCTV News at Noon program. I'm Kendra Cook. Dolores County Broadcasting Network is the producer of DCTV with support from the Southwest Colorado TV Translator Association. If you have a news topic or event that you would like to see covered, give us a call. The studio number is 970-677-4119. Today's show runs Wednesday at noon and is uploaded to our YouTube channel and our DCTV News at Noon Facebook page, so you can watch it on demand. Today is January 9th, 2019, and now the news at noon. From the Durango Herald, photo David Zalubowski, AP File. Colorado took a formal step to the left Tuesday with the gubernatorial inauguration of Democrat Jared Polis, whose overwhelming election victory and party's consolidation of legislative control promise ambitious changes for energy and environmental regulation, healthcare, and state-funded early childhood education. Polis is a wealthy tech and education entrepreneur and former five-term congressman from Boulder. He succeeds Governor John Hickenlooper, a centrist Democrat, former Denver mayor, petroleum geologist, and beer pub entrepreneur who served the maximum 2 terms. Hickenlooper is actively considering a 2020 presidential run. Polis trounced then-state treasurer Walker Stapleton in November and became the nation's first openly gay governor. That played no role in the campaign, with health care and Donald Trump's presidency the top issues. But Polis's inauguration marked a special day for LGBTQ advocates nationwide. The festivities included an evening, quote, blue sneaker ball, named after the footwear Polis supported during his campaign. Pop singer and LGBTQ activist Cyndi Lauper and the R&B combo Nathaniel Rateliff and the Night Sweats performed. Former State Representative Diane Primavera, a healthcare advocate, was being sworn in as Lieutenant Governor. Primavera is a 4-time cancer survivor and most recently led Colorado's Susan G. Komen Foundation chapter to battle breast cancer. Polis promises action on oil and gas drilling and on marijuana policy. Hickenlooper brokered a tentative compromise on fracking between Colorado's expanding $32 billion oil and gas industry and environmentalists opposed to drilling. Hickenlooper also oversaw the creation of Colorado's first in the nation recreational marijuana market, which opened in 2014. Polis once supported fracking limits, but has abandoned them, saying there's place for Colorado's oil and gas exports, even as he pursues a 100% renewable energy goal by 2040. Democratic lawmakers are working this session to strengthen air and water quality rules for the fossil fuels industry. Polis, a member of a cannabis caucus in Congress, says he'd pursue more industry financing opportunities and add autism to medical marijuana conditions. Polis has called for universal health care, suggesting Colorado could partner with neighboring states to create a regional market. Lawmakers are studying a state-run insurance market for Colorado. Polis and Democrats also will pursue full-day kindergarten and, if Polis gets his way, universal preschool, modeled after an Oklahoma program. Polis earned his wealth by starting an internet company in college and revolutionizing the online greeting cards and floral retail industries. He served on the State Board of Education before going to Congress. From the Journal, photo Jim Imiaga and CSP. On Tuesday morning, a driver on Colorado Highway 145 crashed into the Dolores River, just a few miles from a similar crash 8 days earlier. According to Colorado State Patrol Sergeant James Saunders, Travis Brewer of Montrose was traveling northbound about 4 a.m. Tuesday when he fell asleep at the wheel and drifted off the highway at mile marker 31. The 2006 Volvo rolled 30 feet down a steep embankment and came to rest on its side in the Dolores River. The vehicle had broken through the ice and was partially submerged. Quote, due to minimal traffic, he was there a couple of hours before the accident was reported and had put on layers of clothing to stay warm, Saunders said. Brewer was cited for careless driving and was uninjured. He was wearing his seatbelt and front and side airbags deployed. According to the report, he was driving home from a casino and was looking for a place to pull over. When tired while driving, never push it, said Saunders. When you feel the first nod coming on, get to a safe spot and get some rest. The Rico Fire Department and Colorado State Patrol responded to the accident about 6:20 a.m. The Southwest Health System ambulance was dispatched to the scene, but Brewer declined treatment. He was taken to the Rico Fire Station to warm up and wait for a ride. Traffic was delayed and allowed through on an alternating basis, while a tow truck from R&R Cattle winched this vehicle out of the river. On January 1st, at mile marker 28 of Colorado 145, a southbound truck lost control in snow-packed conditions and plunged 80 feet into the frozen Dolores River. The 4 occupants escaped, and one suffered minor injury. Rico and Dolores Fire Departments responded to that incident, as well as the Montezuma County Sheriff's Office, Colorado State Patrol, and Southwest Health System ambulance. Rico Fire Chief Todd Jones said about a dozen rescuers used ropes and portable litters to extract the 3 victims from the canyon. They were all transported to Southwest Memorial, and one of the victims reported back pain. It went well, Jones said. The victims were calm and the injuries minor. It took no more than 45 minutes to bring them up to the road. They all had exited the vehicle by the time the first responders had arrived and were wearing jackets. Traffic was delayed in both directions during that rescue effort. The accident report, including the identities of the people and the cause of the crash, has not yet been released. At the time, the roads were snow-packed. The vehicle remained at the site until a tow company and recovery plan could be secured. A vehicle recovery operation began at 10 a.m. on Friday, the Colorado Department of Transportation said, and took about an hour. Traffic was stopped in both directions at that time. There were long lines of vehicles waiting. Aero Towing and Able Towing conducted that recovery. A heavy-duty wrecker from Able Towing deployed a tow line to winch it up. The Nissan sustained heavy front-end damage and was loaded onto an Aero Towing flatbed. It went pretty smooth, said Glenn Brace of Able Towing. About midway, it got hung up on some big boulders, but we were able to maneuver it through. So this is a warning to all driving with this snow and ice pack. You really need to be careful out there. There are still patches of ice, snow, and slush that can be hazardous even if you have four-wheel drive. From the Durango Herald, photo Upper Pine River Fire Protection District. Firefighters saved a home early Sunday near Bayfield. Upper Pine Fire Protection District Fire Chief Bruce Evans said hot ashes placed in a plastic garbage container outside the garage of a house on Emerald Heights Lane spread to a wall, but firefighters were able to stop the fire at the wall. The homeowners cleaned out a wood-burning stove and thought everything was out, Evans said. He said the family of 4 was alerted at 1 a.m. Sunday when the smoke detectors went off. They awoke to discover flames outside of the house. They evacuated the house and there were no injuries, he said. The homeowner used a water hose to fight the fire, but when Upper Pine River Protection arrived, the fire had spread to the garage wall. It was fortunate the fire was contained to the wall and didn't spread to the attic, said Evans. Ashes should be mixed with water and thoroughly doused before disposing in a metal can, Evans said. The can should be placed well away from a home or anything that could ignite. This was the second structure fire with damage in 2 months caused by placing ashes in a plastic container, Evans said. 9 firefighters, 2 engines, a water tender, an ambulance, and a medium-duty rescue truck were sent on the call. And now, let's take a look at the weather. The national weather map shows some moisture beginning to increase by Friday ahead of a developing low-pressure system in the southern plains. Lower elevation rain and mountain snow on Wednesday for northern California and the Pacific Northwest. Accumulating snows continue today across the Great Lakes into interior New England. Regionally, we remain under the influence of a high pressure. Some moisture from the west continues to bring some high clouds to much of the Intermountain West, including Utah and western Colorado. These high clouds will continue to stream overhead today, but should be rather thin, so some sunshine will make it through. Regional temperatures will be very similar to yesterday. The only difference on Thursday will be an approaching upper-level trough. More high clouds will be the rule, with a hint of some light precipitation for the San Juans towards Thursday evening. Generally, expect clouds to be a bit thicker with temperatures a bit cooler. And our DCTV 5-day local outlook shows light breezes continue throughout the week around 5 miles an hour. Today mostly sunny with a high near 38. Tonight mostly clear with a low around 26. Thursday partly sunny with a high near 41. Thursday night mostly cloudy with a low around 23. Friday partly sunny with a high near 35, and Friday night partly cloudy with a low into the teens at 18 degrees. And the weekend is looking nicer but a bit colder. Saturday mostly sunny with a high near 33. Saturday night mostly clear with a low around 16 degrees, and Sunday mostly sunny with a high near 33 again. Sunday night mostly clear with a low around 18 degrees. And some are talking about another snow rain event coming in next week, but for now that looks to miss us to the east, or if it does reach the western four corners, they're looking at late Monday into Tuesday. So for right now, we're seeing Monday being mostly sunny with a high near 34, Monday night mostly cloudy with a low around 21. And now back to the news. From the San Juan Record out of Monticello, Utah, Wikifile photo. The Bureau of Land Management, BLM, has announced the availability of the final Environmental Impact Statement, or EIS, and proposed plan amendments addressing greater sage-grouse conservation on public land in Utah. The proposed plan amendments aim to better align BLM resource management plans with state plans for conserving sage-grouse populations, strike a regulatory balance, and build greater trust among neighboring interests in western communities. The proposed amendments records and final EIS also addresses the issues remanded to the agency by a March 31st, 2017 order by the U.S. District Court of the District of Nevada, which determined that the BLM had violated the National Environmental Policy Act when it finalized the 2015 Nevada plan. Quote, "We have appreciated the opportunity to work with Governor Herbert's team on a carefully crafted amendment to the 2015 plans," said Deputy Secretary of the Interior David Bernhardt. "We know the successful conservation of the greater sage-grouse requires the shared stewardship vision of the states, private citizens, landowners, and federal land management agencies, including those within the Department of the Interior." Bernhardt continued, "With today's action, we have leaned forward to address the various states' issues while appropriately ensuring that we will continue to be focused on meaningfully addressing the threats to the greater sage-grouse and making efforts to improve its habitat," end quote. The BLM developed the changes in collaboration with Utah Governor Gary Herbert, state wildlife managers, and other concerned organizations and individuals, largely through the Western Governors Association's Sage Grouse Task Force. This is a great example of federal leaders listening to state leaders, valuing their expertise and changing their plans based on that input. Secretary Zinke, Deputy Secretary Bernhardt, and BLM Deputy Director Steed have worked with us to develop plans that support Utah's ongoing efforts to conserve, enhance, and restore sage-grouse habitats throughout the state, Governor Herbert said. "That has not been easy, but it's the right approach for the species and for the state." In Utah, the proposed amendments would add exceptions to the no surface occupancy, or NSO, stipulation on energy leases in non-habitat areas, allow disturbance or density caps to be executed when improved outcomes for habitat are expected to result, clarify the process of identifying essential habitat during coal leasing, and remove the sagebrush focal area and general habitat management area designations included in the 2015 plans. The proposed amendments would also open 14,220 acres of BLM-managed land. From the Journal report, photos from West Fork Volunteer Fire Department, courtesy photos. A federal level bill to convey 3.61 acres of San Juan National Forest land to the newly formed West Fork Volunteer Fire Department finally passed, allowing for a new station to be built. The bill, introduced in 2017 by Colorado U.S. Senators Michael Bennet and Cory Gardner, along with Representative Scott Tipton, was attached as a rider to the Agricultural Improvement Act of 2018, which passed in December. "It's really great and took a real community grassroots effort by residents and local leaders to make it happen," said West Fork Fire Chief Tommy Johnson. The idea for the new volunteer fire department formed 3 years ago to serve the 86 homeowners and residents of the remote West Fork community in southeastern Dolores County. In 2017, a contingent of 4 volunteers armed with pagers connected to the Cortez Montezuma County Communications Center and donated fire vehicles began responding to neighborhood emergencies. The first year, they had 15 calls for service and teamed up with Dolores and Rico fire departments on mutual aid calls. Quote, "We participated in some search and rescues at Kilpacker Trail and responded to a couple of fires, including the Plateau Fire," Johnson said. The next step is planning and fundraising for a new station to be built adjacent to the Dolores County Maintenance Yard at mile marker 13 on Road 38, the West Fork Road. In August, Dunton Hot Springs owners Christoph and Katrine Henkel donated $100,000 to the West Fork Fire Department to help finance a main station. The resort also built a separate firehouse just downriver of Dunton Hot Springs, where a brush truck is stationed. Staff is on hand to volunteer for emergencies. Johnson said they hope to break ground this summer on the new station. He said the community experience in construction trades means they can do a lot of the work themselves. "Instead of a barn raising, we will be raising a fire station together," he said. "We're the epitome of volunteer fire department and are really proud to be doing this. So are residents, and not just for the improved safety. Thanks to the new certified fire department nearby, they can now obtain homeowners insurance. Potential buyers were having trouble getting mortgages due to the fire risk from limited firefighting services. Just like that, we hear people are getting approved for insurance," Johnson said. The new fire department will also reduce the burden on the Rico and Dolores fire departments, which historically have been responding to emergencies in the West Fork area. The main station site is about 27 miles from Dolores and 33 miles from Rico. Tipton, Republican representative from Cortez, said it will also provide provide a good staging area for responding to wildfires because the West Fork community is within the San Juan National Forest and is more vulnerable to wildfires. The West Fork Valley, with its campgrounds, trails, fishing, and scenic driving, is becoming more and more popular, also prompting the need for emergency services. Donations to the Upstart Fire Department have been generous. Dolores Fire Department donated 2 water trucks, Dove Creek Fire Department donated 2 brush trucks and a fire engine, and they also picked up a used ambulance. The vehicles are ready to roll and are staged on local private property while the new station gets built. The department's main staff so far is made up of Johnson, Toby Hamilton, Dan Redburn, and Cody Daniels. More volunteers are needed and training will be provided. For more information, visit the West Fork Volunteer Fire Department's Facebook page or email organizers at westforkvfd@gmail.com. And today's High Canyon Country happenings. Thursday, January 10th, SBDC's Starting Your Own Business Workshop happens in Durango. Starting a business can be challenging and uncertain. This course is designed to help you navigate through the steps you need to start a business. Presenters include a small business specialist, marketing expert, small business banker, an attorney, and an accountant. Topics to be covered include business planning, legal structure, taxes, marketing and market research, financing options, and insurance. It runs from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. at SBDC's offices. January 12th, Backcountry Film Festival and Taco Bar is happening in Monticello, Utah at the Discovery Center. Come enjoy dinner and a movie at the Canyon Country Discovery Center. Experience the amazing footage and stories of those who love the extremes of winter. There will be a taco bar where you can create your own favorite taste. Bring your beanbag, pillows, blankets, or lawn chairs for your own movie viewing comfort and enjoy. The cost will be $8 per person. For early bird RSVP, please email info@ccdiscovery.org or by calling 435-587-2156, and it runs from 6 to 9 p.m. Also January 12th, it's the Durango 2019 Wedding Expo at the Spa Shop and Day Spa. They'll be set up with new services and products to offer all of you brides and grooms, and they cannot wait to help you make your big day special. The admission to the expo is $5 per person, and children under 12 are free. You can also pre-register to make sure you have a place at this fantastic event. For more details, please visit them online. And all of these happenings are posted on our DCTV News at Noon Facebook page online, along with our YouTube channel, on-demand replays, weather, notices, original stories, and local posts. If you'd like to share your event or information with us, we'd love to have it. Email us at dcbnnews@gmail.com or call us at the station at 970-677-4119. Thank you for tuning in. News at Noon airs at noon Monday through Thursday, and then is available on demand online on our YouTube channel and on our DCTV News at Noon Facebook page. Please like us there and share it with a friend. This has been a production of DCTV for the News at Noon program out of Dove Creek, USA. I'm Kendra Cook. Thank you for watching.